In 1825, a fleet of French warships arrived off the coast of Haiti with a mathematical proposition. The people living there had to pay the French government for the theft of their own lives, or face total war. 21 years earlier, in 1804, enslaved Africans on the island achieved a military victory that broke the Atlantic colonial order. They defeated the professional armies of France, Britain, and Spain, securing their own independence. Leaders like Toussaint Louverture, a brilliant military strategist, and Jean-Jacques Dessalines, his uncompromising general, turned a localized slave rebellion into the permanent abolition of slavery across the entire nation. A successful, self-governing Black republic terrified neighboring slaveholding nations. The United States and European powers responded by cutting off all trade and refusing diplomatic recognition. This absolute isolation drained the new country's resources. The resulting economic vacuum left Haiti highly vulnerable to a new form of imperial control. That control arrived in the form of King Charles X, the monarch of France. In 1825, he deployed a naval squadron to blockade Haiti's primary trading ports. The king issued a blunt ultimatum: Haiti must pay 150 million francs to compensate French planters for their lost property, meaning the freed humans and the land they worked, or the French Navy would open fire. To compare the scale of that ransom, this small cube represents the $15 million the U.S. paid France for the Louisiana Purchase, doubling its territory. The massive cube is the Haitian ransom, 10 times that amount. France engineered the double debt. Lacking cash, Haiti took loans from the exact same French banks representing former slaveholders. With extortionate interest rates, the principal debt grew despite regular payments, making it mathematically impossible to pay off. No foreign power intervened. The international community, operating under the legal frameworks of the 19th century, fully sanctioned this extraction as a legitimate settlement of a property dispute. The 1825 ordinance effectively replaced physical iron chains with financial ledgers. Haiti's independence became a lease, funded by high-interest debt. For the next century, up to 80% of Haiti's entire national revenue was diverted across the Atlantic to pay French bankers. Every franc loaded onto a ship bound for Paris was a franc removed from the domestic economy. It meant schools went unbuilt, hospitals remained unfunded, and deep-water ports were never constructed. This debt obligation remained absolute through major global upheavals. During the 19-year occupation by the United States military from 1915 to 1934, American forces took control of Haiti's finances to ensure customs revenue continued flowing to foreign creditors. While Haiti bled capital, France utilized that steady stream of wealth to finance industrial modernization and build robust social welfare systems for French citizens. Haiti did not send its final payment until 1947. It took 122 years of continuous extraction for the nation to finally purchase the freedom it had already won in battle. The economic disparity between the two nations today is the direct result of a 122-year wealth transfer from a developing nation to a European empire. Looking at the crumbling infrastructure in modern Port-au-Prince, you are seeing the physical manifestation of that century of extraction. The capital lacks reliable power grids and modern sanitation systems because the money required to build them was spent paying off the ransom. Modern financial investigations have calculated the current value of the wealth extracted from Haiti. With accumulated interest, the total comes to approximately $21 billion. Pointing to domestic incompetence or corruption as the root cause of Haiti's poverty is a historical lie. It ignores an economic condition engineered by foreign powers to ensure the nation could never thrive. In 2004, Haitian President Jean-Bertrand Aristide, a former priest and the country's first democratically elected leader after decades of dictatorship, formally demanded that France return the $21 billion. Shortly after issuing this demand, Aristide was ousted in a coup backed by foreign powers. To this day, the French government refuses to issue a formal apology. They have rejected all legal and diplomatic requests to return any of the stolen wealth. The ruins of the Sanssouci Palace still stand in the northern mountains. They remain a quiet testament to a nation that broke its chains, only to be punished for 2 centuries because it dared to be free.